I guess, Carl, just first, it seemed like you guys played with a different physicality right from the start, just on both ends of the floor. What did you see from the team? And Deuce had said yesterday about backs to the wall kind of stuff. Did you kind of feel that today?
This Gatorade's still good as hell. Yeah, I thought we did a great job coming out with more tenacity, more desperation, I think is a proper word. And our team did a great job of just weathering the storms and being the ones to initiate physicality today. That's a great team over there, very well coached team. So we understood that in a pivotal game like tonight, we needed to be our best. I thought we not only met the challenge, but we exceeded the expectation in the moment, and that's what you expect a team that has experience like us to do.
Carl, kind of seemed like you were just making every right read, pumping and driving to the hoop or facilitating from the elbow, whatever it was. Like, do you feel like you can get in a decision-making hot streak? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I thought today, good observation. I think that the difference from me today than other days, and I felt I did a good job playmaking this series, was instead of trying to lead people to a spot, I just passed it to where they were and let them make the decision. And I thought that helped me a lot today, getting my teammates the ball earlier and allowing them to make a decision and then, convert on those plays. So just being aggressive in playmaking and, trying to be playing quarterback at those spots when I got the ball.
Carl, so much of conversation around the Knicks when you guys lose is how much or how little you are utilized. So coming into today, was it an emphasis of yours, or did it come from the coaching staff that you were going to be a hub offensively and be able to make decisions? Where did that adjustment come from? Did that game plan, or did you see that?
No. I just feel like opportunities presented themselves, and my teammates, made it happen today. They made great cuts and allowed me to make those plays you guys are talking about and playmake. So it's a shout out to my teammates making great moves to the basket and allowing me to utilize my skill.
Carl, I think Josh started out a lot on CJ. I'm just wanting to know, what kind of a lift did he give you guys in that first quarter when it was important for you guys to start out strong on the road?
I mean, Josh was special. I think everybody was special. And honestly, too, shout out to Mikhail. I mean, he did a great job of getting us going early and bringing that energy and that spark that was needed. And, who knows where our team would be tonight if it wasn't for him bringing that kind of spark early in the game. It got us going and got us understanding the tenacity we needed to play with. And we kind of rode that momentum throughout the rest of the game.
You talked about that tenacity and
got another Gatorade for him? Gatorade 5, bro. My bad. Don't worry about that.
Carl, you talked about that tenacity and sense of desperation you guys played with. How do you bottle that up and continue it, now that you're no longer behind in the series almost?
I mean, experience teaches you a lot. I mean, just because we won one game, playoffs is always, you win a game, you're the best team in the world, highs to highs, and then when you lose, you're the low and the worst team ever. So just staying on the wave, being in that middle ground, and just consistently trying to find ways to get better and improve as the series goes along. Next game is going to be the most important game, the most desperation we need to present to the fans and to ourselves, and it's going to be important for us to protect home court, especially with our fans in our home.
Okay, speaking of the fans, could you feel the Knicks fans tonight?
I mean,
atmosphere?
Knicks fans travel all around the world. It's even more special. I already knew how special the Knicks fans were from last year, but to be going to Abu Dhabi in preseason and see the stadium packed with Knicks fans is crazy. So they travel around the world. They bring us so much love and energy and just passion that you could just feel that kind of passion in the building, and it helps us feel like every game we play, no matter if it's away or in Abu Dhabi, around the world, it's a home game.
One question for each of y'all, starting with OG. Just first, what did you like about the team's response after those two tough losses that you guys came off of?
Just our intensity. We came out, we were physical from the start. We got stops, and then ran on offense, moved the ball. Guys were hitting shots, and it's just the energy. It was really infectious.
And then, Kat, just with all the assists, I'm wondering what's the feeling for you when you're able to find somebody with one of those passes and they're able to convert, and then you start to look up and you see the assist count going 1, 2, 4, 6, 10.
I mean, I don't know if I was looking up for that, but just to see my teammates being special and to be able to get them involved is something I truly enjoy even more than hitting a shot. Just to see people like OG consistently making the right read on the cut, the back door, whatever the case may be against the defense, and doing something special is, it brings me joy and it brings me the most energy back.
OG, can you talk about over here? Can you talk about what it's like to play with a guy like that who's able to see you when you're moving, maybe read where you're going and get you in those places time after time?
I mean, he's a special talent, He can do it all. And I know if I get open, he'll find me. No matter how tight the window is, he'll be able to find me. And, it's amazing playing with a player like him.
Kat, as you guys head back to New York for Game 5, every game, of course, has presented a new challenge. What do you think will be some keys to Game 5 to coming out with a victory?
I mean, we got to exceed the desperation, the intensity we had today. It's going to be very important for us to execute even at a higher level. They're going to make adjustments. They got a great coaching staff over there, a great head coach. They're going to make adjustments. They're going to come back with an even better game plan, and we have to be able to counteract that game plan. So these 2 days are going to be very important.
These are kind of performances that you practice and really hopefully on just because the playmaking ability that he has and stuff that you showed today.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, he's been a big inspiration in my life. And to be able to have this moment is great, but it's more important that be able to have this moment with this team and my teammates and these brothers in this locker room. It means a lot. And like Magic, I always talk about impact and winning, and to be able to amplify my teammates is one of the greatest honors I can have.
All right, we're going to do one more Cat and then two more OG.
Kat, I know you're in the middle of a tough playoff series, but your good friend Nikhil was awarded Most Improved Player yesterday. Just wondering if you had some thoughts and comments on that, knowing you played with him, of course, in Minnesota.
I mean, Keel's special. I've always known how special Keel was, and to be able to see a team welcome, his talent and allow him to use all of his talent and feel at home. It's really special, and obviously honored that I was be able to play with him in Minnesota, and that the world was able to get a glimpse of what he could do and the impact he could make on the team, especially in the playoffs. But for him to be here, to be welcomed by the fans, by the organization, and allow him to be him at a full picture is something special. He's an amazing player, even better person, an amazing family. He's an amazing father. I've been able to see that firsthand. It's one of the biggest honors I've ever had in my life. So shout out to him. He deserves that award, and he's worked his whole entire life to prove to the fans of the NBA and to not only that, to himself, that he is truly the player he thinks he is. And I've always told him, and I've always known that the player that he thinks he is exactly who he is, but even more. And I'm so happy that that award shows all the work that he's put in and all the trials and tribulations he's went through to get to this point was worth it.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, OG, I mean, we all see your shooting. Obviously, you're shooting at a very high level, but I'm just curious, with the rebounding numbers have been pretty high this series. Is that a concerted effort by you to do more there, or is it just happenstance?
I mean, it's a team effort for sure. We want to control the boards, and then just depending on who I'm guarding. When I'm on the perimeter, sometimes it's harder to get rebounds, but I'm making an emphasis on coming in, crashing the boards, help the team finish possessions.
OG, just with you're shooting the last couple of games, what have you liked about the looks that you're getting?
Just shooting, no matter if I'm contested, if I'm not contested. I work very hard on my game, so I always think it's going in.
OG, Josh has been.
Last one, guys.
Josh has been especially aggressive and especially good guarding the point of attack in this series, whether it's CJ, whether it's Jalen Johnson. A lot of the time, you're like the low man in that situation. When he's that aggressive and that successful being aggressive at the point of attack, how does that affect the way that you operate on the back end?
It makes it easier because it gives me more time to rotate towards the rim, and then also make a read on if he's going to pick up his dribble, if the ball handler's going to pick up his dribble, or if he's going to the rim like full speed because Josh is pressuring him. So it just makes it easier what to do. And you know, like you said, he's doing an amazing job being physical, getting into the ball, speeding guys up, and that's what he does.